Hello everyone, my name is Iad and today's topic is going to be should general education requirements in college be abolished? So imagine finally getting into your college program of your dreams, maybe nursing, computer science or business, only to find yourself spending your 2 semesters in classes that have nothing to do with your major. Like you're paying hundreds of dollars for art, history, biology, public speaking courses, wondering why am I taking these classes? This reality for millions of students in the United States because education requirements. Today I want to talk about why these requirements no longer serve their purpose and why it's time for college to rethink or even abolish them. In this speech, I'll explain the problem with general education, the reason it exists, and why it continues, and how we can create better solutions for students. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, the average cost of 1 year of college is now over $28,000 for public universities, and general education classes often make up about 1/3 of those credits. That means thousands of dollars at hours spent on courses that may never be used in a student-chosen field. So, the first point is the problem. General education requirements were created to make students well-rounded. While that sounds nice in theory, but in practice, many students find these courses relevant and repetitive. Like we already took them in high school. For example, an engineering major might be required to take poetry class, while an art student might have to take an advanced math, even though neither course is connected to their career goals. So according to the 2023 article from the Inside Higher Ed, more than 60% of students said they felt general education courses were a waste of time and money. Many students feel stuck. This problem goes beyond the frustration. These extra courses often delay the graduation. Increased education reports that students who change majors or take unnecessary credits spend time an average of 10,000 to 15,000 more in their degrees. In other words, these requirements don't just waste time, they cost real money. Off to the causes. To understand why general education still exists, we have to look back at its history. According to the American Council on Education, most GED programs were developed in the 1940s and 1950s. While college was mainly for the elite and focused building cultural literacy, the idea was that all education people should know a little bit about everything: math, science, literature, art, and history. But times have changed. College no longer just for the elite, it's for everyone, including students working multiple jobs, supporting families, preparing for very specific careers, and problem solving. Yet many education courses are outdated and disconnected from what modern jobs require. For instance, the Chronicle of Higher Education reported that fewer than 25% of employees believe their general education courses actually prepare students for their workplace. Meanwhile, students are increasingly choosing trade schools or certifications because they focus directly on job skills rather than abstract requirements. So, now, I'm not saying we should throw out every single education class, obviously. Instead, college should modernize and personalize them to better serve students. One great example is Arizona State University, which resigned as its general education program into something called thematic learning tracks. Instead of random classes, students choose courses under themes like sustainability, global changes, or innovation, topics that actually connect to their interests and major. So according to the Chronicle Higher Education, again, this change made by students feel more engaged and improved and graduation rates. Other universities could follow this model, allowing them students to select more core classes that directly connect to their chosen field. Another possible solution is to replace some GE courses with life skill classes, like things like that benefits everyone, no matter what their career, like self-defense, for example, stuff like that I actually paid money extra for other programs. Finally, colleagues could allow students to test out certain general education courses if they already mastered the content in high school through work experience. This would save them time, money, and keep students focused on what matters most, their future careers. Now, some argue that general education helps students discover new interests or think more critically. And yes, that can happen for some students, but forcing everyone to take the same classes doesn't guarantee discovery or critical thinking. It just creates frustration for those who already know that what they can do. Students can explore other topics through electives, clubs, or communities without being forced into classes they don't need. Education should be more about choice and reliance, not mandatory boxes to check off. So in conclusion, college should be about preparation, not obligation. It should help students reach their goals efficiently, affordably, and meaningfully. General education were created for a different time, and they don't always fit today's students or today's world. By updating or even abolishing traditional general education programs, we can create an education system that values student choice, real-world skills, and reliance. After all, the goal of college is to prepare students for life, not just for passing classes. So the next time someone asks, why do I need to take this class? Maybe the real question is, why hasn't college caught up with students it's supposed to serve? Thank you.